This acknowledgement was made by Minister of State Joseph Harmon during a post-cabinet press conference. According to Harmon, only some of the recommendations that had to do with restructuring the joint services have been implemented.
The Commission of Inquiry made several recommendations. Some of those recommendations are administrative in nature, and they have been acted upon at the level of the Guyana Police Force and the Guyana Defense Force. Some of them have pecuniary implications, and those matters are still to be acted upon. But I can say to you that when the commissions of inquiry sit, they make a huge amount of recommendations. For example, the Guyana Public Service Commission of Inquiry made 87 recommendations. And so you have to now look at every one of these recommendations and see which ones can be implemented now, immediately, which ones can be implemented in the medium term, and which ones can be implemented in the longer term.
Harmon explained that changes have been made to ensure that more control is kept over the joint services. But there was no word on when compensation for the families of the 8 victims, a major recommendation, would be paid. While Harmon acknowledged the expenses incurred by holding the COI, he insisted that the money was not wasted as lives were lost and closure needed.
First of all, let me say that I do not consider the expense which we spent on that commission, that to say it's a lot of money indeed, but the value of the life of every Guyanese, we cannot put a price tag on it. Several Guyanese lives were lost. Many years that elapsed from the time that occurred until the time the Commission of Inquiry was put into place.
The COI was completed and the report handed over since August of last year. The Lindo Creek massacre occurred in 2008. At the time, the 8 victims were mining for diamonds at the location. Burnt human remains were all that were found after the tragedy. Gerald Bryan, The Evening News.